What are the implications of the foundational battle of creation versus evolution?
Either we arrived by a naturalistic evolutionary progression, or we arrived by special creation. In every major university around the world, in the philosophy department, the four great questions of life are taught, or they're asked. They're never answered. Those four great questions are, who am I? Where did I come from? What's my purpose here, and where am I going? Who am I if evolution is true? Nobody. Where did I come from? Came from a rock. What's my purpose? I'm fertilizer for the future. Where am I going? Nowhere. If evolution is true, this is it. But some creationists hold to evolution and say, well, this is how God did it. If God did it that way, but said he did it otherwise, you can't trust him. You're not going anywhere. If evolution is true. And leading evolutionists have admitted, laughingly, some of you Christians hold to evolution and you think you're being academic. They're incompatible. It's one way or the other, and they laugh and admit it. So, the other alternative. What if creation is true? If creation is true, who am I? I am an individual originally made in the image of God. Even though I'm really scarred, and I've not lived up to that image as I should have, originally I was made in the image of God. If creation is true, who am I? That's who I am. Where did I come from? I came from his direct hand of special creation through Adam and Eve. What's my purpose here? My purpose is, first of all, to know him, privileged to know him, and then to represent him, to be his ambassador, to speak for him. And the fourth question, where am I going after this is over? I'm going home to be with him for all eternity, for God inhabits eternity.